Hi, I'm Kyle, and on this episode of the MWA podcast, Sean, Brian, Jeff, and myself are asking Diane Deery the 5 questions. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out Diane's interview on episode 586. So welcome back to the show, Diane.
Thank you.
Well, before we get into the 5 questions, we need to dip our toes in the woodworking news. And Mary May, I think we might have announced this a few months ago, but we just wanted to reiterate that Mary May has moved her school from, where was she? She was in South Carolina?
Johns Island, South Carolina.
Yep. And now she's in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri.
Oh,
and yes. And it's a beautiful, beautiful school. It's on the lake, actually. And the view out the windows is like the view of the lake out the windows. So it's absolutely great. So, anyway, so support that. I got a link to her new school, as well as Lost Art Press, as we were recording today, just released a blog post on her new school. So check that out. And she may be on the podcast here in a couple of months. So,
Oh, looking forward to it.
I don't know when it'll come out, but we got her scheduled in February. So probably late February, early March, that episode should drop.
Nice.
So with that, also from Lost Art Press, they have now come out with the Crucible Big protractors, which they've had before, but they're now in wood and less expensive. So I think they were using a product called Trolas. It's a plastic product to make these. And we all know how much Chris hates plastic. So they finally come out with the process to make these in wood. So they're pretty cool looking, all etched, and a lot more accurate than using those little protractors you used in school and stuff like that, especially when laying out big angles for like a chair or something like that. So pretty nice. And
will these be useful in like chair seat layout? I mean, it's a big protractor, Baltic birch, 1/4 inch, or eighth inch. I mean, obviously it's going to be stable because it's plywood.
Yep.
But and so this is what you're going to trust, like leg holes layout.
Yeah.
Set your bevel to it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's an inexact science. I'm such an engineer.
Yeah. No, it works. It works. No. Yeah, it works fine. When you're putting out your lines for resultant angles and stuff like that. If you don't have a template you're using and you're doing it off plans or something like that, yeah, this will come in handy.
Okay.
Or you're designing your own chair design and laying out your legs this way. Yeah, this will come in handy. I have one of these, but I got it a long time ago before Lost Art Press was even making their plastic ones. And mine's like, I guess it's used in schools and stuff like that when they're demoing stuff on a blackboard or something like that. But it's a big protractor, looks pretty close to what he's got going.
I mean, I remember from math class on actual chalkboards seeing these things. If it's that kind of thing, but that's very cool. Are they still offering the other, like, what is that material?
The plastic one?
Plastic one, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I mean, it was more expensive. I think it was, I'm not sure how much this one's $45, by the way. I don't know.
Right.
You mentioned the price. No, I don't think so, because when I clicked on the link for the plastic one, it took me to the new one. So
there you go. So they've changed material.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe there was a closeout sale I missed. I didn't see it. So anyway.
The final run, you missed it.
Who knows? But anyway.
It's all 1/8 inch plywood. But very cool. I mean, there's still a lot of work going into that. I mean, they're laser etching all of this stuff. Like it's probably incredibly accurate for its scale.
Yes. And much better than trying to, scale up from a small itty bitty protractor to something that you're, laying a 24-inch line on, or 24-inch long line, should I say. But so check that out. Well, with that, let's give our patrons a thank. So who do we have to thank this week?
For sure. We give that patron a little bit of support here, and because they're supporting us. Today, we're going to give a big shout out to Garrett Robertson, sorry if I misspoke. If you would like to help Garrett, irrespectable how you pronounce his last name, you can do that by going to patreon.com/MWA podcast and helping us out there.
Hey, you're still my thunder. I'm the one that mispronounces the last names.
Yeah, I know.
Well, first name's
something like that. With ROB, it could be Rob, but if it continues, it could be Robe. And
Yeah.
I'm Polish. I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot to ask Diane when we were starting off, hey, how do you pronounce your last name? But I think I got it right.
You got it right.
Well done.
Well, with that, let's move on to the 5 questions. So, Diane, what is your favorite tool? And as always, our limit is 23.
I think the first thing that came to mind is the rasp. I love being able to use that to really carve some shapes. And I think what I like about it the most too, because it's not a pet peeve, but if I could pay someone to sharpen all my tools, I would. So sometimes I don't like to use a lot of tools and then need to be sharpened because it's spending so much time doing one thing and then the other. But I do love the rasp, and I do have this spokeshave is my other one too. So when I'm using those two things together, it really, I love that your hands just feel like they're really, even though the tool's making the mark, you really feel like you're making the mark with the tool.
Sure. What
Right.
kind of rasp or series of rasps do you use?
Is it the Shinto?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
There's
Yeah.
a couple different companies out there that make them, and so
Yep.
Always
I
looking
have
for
one. I have one as well. I occasionally pull. I even got the little the top knob
Yeah.
for it. Yep. So
Yep. I got both of those. So
nice.
Fancy.
nice.
So then next question, who has influenced you the most?
God, that is a really hard question. But I need to narrow it down to 2 people. The first person would be my mentor, Ellen Nelson, who worked here at the Hill School. Her parents were teachers here. She was born here. She just retired. But I honestly think her influence on me as an artist and what helped push me into getting my master's while I was here that led into this woodworking, I really have to give her proper due and she's still influencing me. She actually retired. She's up in China, Maine, and I love that even though she's not here, we make art projects for each other that we're collaborating on, and so we're taking one piece, I'm working on it, I send it to her, she'll continue working on it, comes back and forth, and we're going to be doing this for like the next year. So I'm looking
That's
forward to-
so cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
yeah. And, it's just such a way to just stay connected and also do something that we both love to do. So highly recommend. And then the other person I will say and is Ursula von Rydingsvard, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. She's a woodworker, she's a sculpture artist, but her pieces are massive. You can see them at Storm King, and there's one at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and I saw her speak when I was at an art education conference, and I just thought she was just so cool. And to see the work that she does that is so massive, I love that she was just doing her thing. And she had a show at the fabric workshop in Philadelphia a couple of years ago, and got to meet. So I've met her twice, and so she doesn't even know that she's one of my mentors, but she is, because I love that she kind of didn't give a heck that she was this female in this woodworking industry making these massive pieces. So if you don't know her, you have to check her out.
Just looked her up. That's very cool stuff.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. So
Nice.
I hope I'm still doing what she's doing at the age that she's doing it. So that's what I love about it. Yeah.
Okay. So our third question, Diane, is what is your white whale? So this is the one thing that you have not made, but you always wanted to.
I think I really just want to make a really big piece that hangs from some building that incorporates like all of that driftwood, the found wood, the silk work that I do. I see it somewhere that I want people to just kind of immerse themselves in. I don't know yet what it looks like, but I just want the space to be able to design and dream big about it.
That's very cool. I mean, do you have a shape or a location that you're thinking about?
Somewhere there were, I want there to be a lot of light, because I love when, sometimes when I use the fabric to put behind the pieces of wood, you don't see it in one way, but when light starts hitting it in another way, all of a sudden it'll reveal something different. So something that has, yeah,
Yeah.
just,
We have
there's
that
got to
two-
be,
Yeah, there's a 2-story foyer in your building there.
I know.
Oh, internal. Yeah. You could keep
Just
it
try
inside so it's not going to
You know,
age in
Everybody
weather.
goes home for the day. Just sneak up
Yeah.
there with a ladder and slap that sucker up there.
Right, just to put, I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
Before I leave.
I was looking on your website at those little mobiles, for a
Mhm.
lack of a better word, but like
Yeah.
I had interest in like what that actually looks like. Like I really want to see one, like,
Yeah.
because that sounds incredibly cool. If they're truly kinetic with
Yeah.
a very light structure, that the faintest of air movement would move them just minorly. Like that is very, very interesting to me. And even in a grander scale, like it would still kind of work,
Right,
right?
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah. So it'll happen.
Okay. Okay, we'll keep looking out for it.
So question 4, what is your number one tip for fellow woodworkers?
My number one tip for, honestly, I love YouTube. And I would say, literally, you've got to watch how other artists and how other designers tackle different things, and don't just watch one video. Like, you can go down rabbit holes, but I would say I love how much information there is out there. And so taking workshops and being at a hands-on thing is great, but when that can happen, it's so wonderful that we do have an internet where we can find some of these answers. So yeah, if you can't do it in person, it's amazing what's out there.
I think
Yeah.
the important thing you said there was like look at a lot. Don't just
Yeah.
trust one source.
No, don't.
Find keep going.
Yeah.
Follow that rabbit hole at least a little bit until you find a balance of what looks right to you.
Right.
Because unfortunately there's a lot of bad information out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's also incredibly good information, good processes, good like procedures. Like there's really good stuff out there. And so yeah,
I agree. And I think
be careful, but yes.
Yeah, be careful is so true. And if you're not feeling confident, don't do it. Like, so I hate when I watch some of these videos and they're like, I know I'm not doing this right.
Well, then stop.
And then I'm like, I'm on to the next video. I'm like,
Yes.
you're out.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
first time
yeah.
I've ever done it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I've been down a rabbit hole of the craft supplies videos. Do you know the Turner that does that, Jeff?
Yeah, so you have I believe it's Mike Nish, it's Dale Nish's grandson that does the majority of the videos.
Yeah.
And then the older videos, what the heck's the guy's name?
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Hey, he's got a good style. He's very laid
He
back.
does. Yeah. He's very, very informative. And always kind of goes over that this is not the only way. This is just, one particular way of doing it.
Yeah. But he always does have a Band-Aid on at least one of his fingers.
Yeah.
It happens.
Not the safest hobby.
So then last question, what is your go-to finish?
I heard someone on the latest podcast talking about Odie's, and I think I heard that a couple months ago, so I had to try it, and I have to agree, I really like it as well.
Nice.
But I also, on a lot of the work that I'm making, at least in this class, and the students are using, is just plain beeswax. And so the smell of it, everything about it, it's just, it's like the one time I'm like, you don't need gloves. You don't have to worry about it. Like,
there's nothing.
So I appreciate that. It goes a long way.
I've heard praises of Odie's oil. I know it's fairly expensive.
Yeah.
But it's very good at what it does. A selfish plug to our sponsor, Sutherland Wells. They make similar products, but so introduce that. But nothing wrong with like a simple beeswax. And then if you mix that beeswax and oil, little
Mhm.
protection afterwards, like interesting chemistry in mixing those. But
Yeah,
cool.
I believe Sutherland Wells, they have a couple of different beeswax formulations and stuff like that. Some of that has tung oil. It's all non-toxic. Some of it has tung oil in it, so it sets up a little bit firmer than your standard wax, but it has a mix of beeswax, tung oil, and something else. Yeah, but pretty cool stuff. Well, with that, Diane, where can folks find you on the interwebs?
Instagram, Diane.Deery, Dery, and I have a website that's just DianeDeery.com, and you can also find what my students are working on through the Hill School, and if you just look under the visual arts section, you'll find some information there.
All righty. Well, thanks so much, Diane, for joining us. It is fantastic. I love what you're doing, and keep it up. We need to check in on you and see how all this evolves, because it sounds like you're going to have a canoe back there, and who knows what else.
Oh boy.
I would say anyone out there who wants to send me some ideas about things they've done in their high school woodworking classes, I'd love to hear about it. So yeah.
That's almost like if you want to do that in the breaks, and you could make one over the summer and just bring it in and like just inspire with it.
Right.
And say like, this is possible, but it takes X amount of time. Like that would be a semester on itself.
Right.
Because these guys, the students have a few hours a day, and that's all they have. And maybe they can come back at different times and continue it, but like that's a hard. I mean, anything is, but like that seems like it's fairly time consuming.
Yeah.
Kyle, you offered Brian to just sand for them, so I mean,
he's close. He's 35 minutes away. Yeah.
Man, that's like half of my commute to work. You could be there in no time.
I have to say, thank you, Brian, for introducing yourself to me last spring, and I appreciate you having me a part of this, and it's opened up a whole other world. So thank you.
Fantastic. I hope, if nothing else, we introduce you to others, to your art and to your teaching, just to get you out there a little more.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I told my daughter she's got no choice but to take woodworking.
And that just about wraps it up for this show. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the show on the podcatcher of your choice. Just search for the Modern Woodworkers Association. And while you're there, please leave us a review. You can follow us on Instagram at MWA_podcast. And if you'd like to support the podcast, go over to patreon.com/MWA podcast. But the best thing you can do is tell a friend. Word of mouth goes a long way in sharing our discussion.